goal of today is to inform legislators to get Truman's name out there again this year, especially with half of the House, almost half the House being new this year, being freshman this year, and also to support higher education and the importance of funding for higher education.
Randy Asbury and a couple other people from other districts.
We've had two meetings so far.
And we've been kind of getting their feedback on their views about the cuts on higher education, and we think that they're in the same position as us, that they are just trying to keep them as low as possible.
And how many students came this year?
We have 30 students. There were 2 required info sessions. We only had to attend one. There were 2 sections of it. And during that time, we talked about exactly what we were going to be talking about today: lobbying do's and don'ts, who your state legislators and things were, to make sure that we had all that information correct. And then it really just primarily a lot of it was just what we're talking about today, so that we're sitting students in informed and knowledgeable on the issues. And as we normally do, a lot of the individuals who know about Truman, who have a lot of respect for the institution, the quality of the institution and its students.
What representatives have you so far spoken to?
We spoke to my representative, Sheila Solon from the 5th District.
Coming from your hometown?
Right, yeah, from Blue Springs. And we spoke to Jane Cunningham, who's a senator.
I'm visiting Bob Nance. We actually already did visit him, and also Bill Stover.
Well, essentially what we talked about was, and I wanted to also see what their backgrounds were, was to see if they, it's just to get an idea of what it was that they were wanting to say, get an idea of what their thoughts were on the 7% reduction. And what it actually was, our Probst chairman, Mike Lair, is the one who looks like he's going to be handling that part of the budget. So I suggested that they might talk to Mike and see if that committee was inclined to go along with the governor's recommendations, or if they were going to be doing something a little different.
Okay. Yeah, so the governor made the recommendations. Now it happens on the legislative side.
Right. When you're in an appropriations committee like that, what you have is you've got in your Probst books, which are pretty voluminous, it's going to have what the governor's recommendations are and what last year's expenditures were, and some other information there that, like I said, they're pretty detailed. And then you go through, line by line, and discuss whether or not you want to accept the governor's recommendations, or whether a reduction or an increase is in order.
Okay. And
or even lining things out at times.
how much time were they able to give you today to talk?
It really differed, because I know that they had to meet up here, so it went from around 10 minutes to probably 3 minutes. It just varied.
And do you talk to many? You said you were getting the background of the students. Do you think this is good practice for students who maybe want to have a job like yours one day?
Yeah, I think it's, and it's not just that. I mean, in that narrow focus, yeah, that is awfully advantageous, I think, if you're thinking of going into this particular pursuit. But the fact is, they're all going to be voting citizens, or they are voting citizens, but they're also going to be working in other parts of business or whatever. And there's nothing like an educated and population, and more importantly, they feel like they have access to their governmental officials.